Let's begin again with a loving kindness blessing. Imagine yourself and listen to these words as if you're speaking them to yourself. May you be restored. May you be blessed. May you find love, peace, and unity with yourself and others, loved ones, strangers, foes alike. May you be wise. May your words be life giving and your actions faith restoring. May you laugh and find joy in life. And may you be safe, healthy, and out of harm's way. In this session, we will experience an awareness of perception. In mindfulness, it's called being nonjudgmental. One of the things we do automatically is label things as good or bad, that things should or shouldn't be a certain way. With mindfulness, it isn't that we don't ever label things. We make it a lot less automatic, something we are very picky about doing. And it turns out this is a really healthy psychological trait to have. But it may feel like changing the natural way of things. When something feels good, we hold on to it. And if it feels bad, we push it away. And we might be holding on very tight or pushing away hard, depending on how strongly we feel about it. When a car is about to hit us, this is really important. We need to judge and act quickly. But how about when somebody says something mean to us? Or when we want another slice of our favorite pizza? The thing is, we actually treat these things the same more than we realize. We need to realize that our perception helps us survive, but it doesn't do a great job of telling us the truth. It's actually really hard to make our perception resemble reality. Our thoughts, they're not facts. Our feelings, sometimes we can't even name them. Our gut instincts, our intuition, it's really hard to explain them sometimes. And we are just prone to missing the whole picture. Intentionally and unintentionally, we routinely miss the bad for the good and the good for the bad. I mean, if we knew just how biased, how incomplete our awareness is, we might be a lot more careful about labeling things good or bad. And that's because we need to start controlling things if they're good or bad. And when we need to be in control, it really shapes how we think and how we feel and how we react. We may have seen something like this show up in our mindfulness exercises like this. Say we're focusing on our breath and suddenly we sense boredom. What's going on in my mind? Hmm. Uh oh, this isn't good. Now I want to do something else. But I've got to keep my attention on my breathing. This boredom is bad. It's keeping me from being mindful. I need to get rid of it, but I'm so bored. I'm frustrated. Okay, so experiencing something like this is all a normal part of learning mindfulness. So if this happened to you, don't worry about it. Let me suggest though, what if instead we simply noticed that that boredom was there? We acknowledge that it's there, but we don't judge it or label it as good or bad. We don't try to get rid of it. That's being non judgmental. And sometimes it's as easy as that. And acknowledging it and returning back to breathing and the present moment. And the boredom fades away in the background as quickly as it came. But if it lingers, we just said being non judgmental means not getting rid of it. So, do we just ignore it? So, there are ways to be actively non judgmental. One way to acknowledge things without judging them is called beginner's mind, and another way is called Teflon mind. With beginner's mind, we treat things like it's the first time we've seen it. We're seeing it with fresh eyes, and not as it should be, and not as it shouldn't be, or good or bad. Beginner's mind helps us see that a lot of good and bad labels and shoulds and shouldn'ts are habits, patterns of thinking we've learned and repeated over time. And when we let ourselves work on making deeply fresh perspectives, we free ourselves from having to judge or label them. With Teflon mind, we treat things as if we are being non judgmental. We don't cling to anything or push things away or try to change things. We just let it be there with us or go away, whatever it will. If something isn't good or bad, and there isn't a way it should or shouldn't be, there's really no need to control things. Teflon mind helps us realize we have an automatic tendency to try to keep control. And that causes us problems when pushing causes things to get more stuck, or holding on to things tighter causes them to slip out faster. Again, with our formal and informal practices, we will be kind to ourselves and allow ourselves to fully experience what it means to learn mindfulness, to recognize when it's there and also when it isn't. Sometimes it may even happen spontaneously, and sometimes it just happens as expected. But we want to know what it means for us personally. Thanks for joining me for this session of mindfulness training. Check out the other sessions as well, and also the companion resources that I've put together to help you explore and enjoy the benefits of mindfulness.